say this video is a fucking train wreck and I am tired, but finally this is the last kind of hope last video of the perfection series, because in this video I will reach perfection on the world finally. So the last things that I needed to do were some extra achievements, getting all the crafting recipes, completing the book collection, just for having that, because I wanted to fill out that section of that entire menu as well. And most of it was just a lot of grinding, which is why this video is filmed like this. Such as this section, where I have to crack open an ungodly amount of mystery boxes in order to find a super book. And I still didn't get it. Not in this section at least. I'll get it later. You already saw in the beginning I got the Woody's Secret book from chopping down a tree. Then I put the truffles in the soup. Well, I had to because I was with a friend. So I got the good soup. And then I had to buy another recipe. And now what I'm doing right now is getting down to the bottom of the mines to do a quest, because most of this was doing a lot of Mr. Key quests for key gems. And as you can see, I've been still doing this with a friend. We did, I believe it was just one, maybe 2 sessions together. Most of this video, however, is me doing solo and trying to get all the way down and getting a lot of iridium ore. It didn't take that long to get down, especially with 2 people. So I was able to crack out that achievement, the Danger in the Deep achievement. And there was another achievement on the board. I only had a few left, not counting the actual perfection achievement, because I obviously can't count that until the very end. But I was also off to get another crafting recipe, so that I can get everything. I'm never going to use any of these items. The next thing that I actually needed to tackle was another grindy thing, and that was the monster slaying achievements. I had 2 left to get, because I had already gotten the serpent achievement a little while ago. Not on the last video, I think I accidentally did it on camera, but I needed to do the mummy one, and I just got it. I also need the dragon one, the dinosaur, not dragon, dinosaur, which I'll get later. And then I was also working on doing the raccoon special order quest for that achievement as well. They are super cute, and I love them, and I want to have a good mission. And I was still a few quests out from that. But of course, I also did a lot of Skull Cavern dives to keep getting those. Getting dinosaurs is really hard, especially since I wasn't getting any ancient floors. But as a reward for doing that quest, I got some mystery boxes that I could crack open. Which again, I didn't get anything good out of. I also kept getting just mystery boxes out of mystery boxes, which is a weird thing to do, because it just multiplies mystery boxes. But I did get a lot of seeds, so I'm like set for a long time. But there, I got my final one, and that was the final Monster Slayer goal. So I got it. I then went and looked at my tracker, and I had 2% of the crafting recipes left to do, and I was 99% off from perfection. Well, 1% off from 99% towards perfection. The next thing that I needed to do was the Galaxy Souls. Now, there are 2 main ways to get Galaxy Souls other than mobs, because it's really hard to get them from mobs. They just don't spawn that much. One of them is to trade radioactive ore in the island trade after you kill a certain amount of monsters. So I farmed a bunch of radioactive ore, and the second one was just to buy them from Mr. Key directly, which I would also be doing, which is just doing more quests. And it was time for another quest. And I believe this one is the last one or the second to last one. These weren't very hard to get. I think the purple mushroom was the only thing that I had difficulty with. That's because I had to go a few places to find purple mushrooms. But again, it's back into the mines for more radioactive ore. Because I believe it was 10 bars per galaxy soul. So I had to get a lot of ore. I ended up finding a little trick for that, other than this, getting the achievement. Woo! The trick is that if you go to the top floor of the deep mines, then they will give you radioactive ore on the very top. It's very helpful, and it kind of quickens the process. But again, I also bought a couple galaxy souls from Mr. Key himself, and I have to do this again. Oh, there's so many of them. So much pain. This one book was the last one that I had to get, so I took the initiative and I cheated just a little bit to see how many I needed to actually get it. And it was a lot. I believe I was about 20 off. But it was back in the mines for another quest so that I could get another galaxy soul on my way to get another galaxy soul. And again, it was still just more cracking, and I just wasn't getting anything that I wanted. Doing these levels isn't very hard once you get used to it. The mobs are pretty difficult, so just kind of avoiding them is a really good way to get through it. And just keep going down the ladders. Oh, especially when you get to this area where the flying skulls decide to attack you, and it's just not fun anymore. All of my friends are attacking me as well, even though I have the thing that makes you friends with them. But I guess that only happens in the regular mines. When I was actually doing all of this, it was pretty stressful, but just because of how long it takes to get down that far, and how long it takes to just... I hate my life. And this is about the time that I realized that everything was kind of chaotic in my house. So after I got the second to last Galaxy Soul, that I was just waiting till the last of the month to get the final one, because the trader only does hit the final one, I decided to rearrange my farm. I went and rearranged everything. Cut down all of my mushroom trees, cut down every single one of them and planted new ones to rearrange them. I rearranged a new nice area for all of my obelisks. I laid down new paths, especially even over to Grandpa's shrine. I designed a layout for my fields so that everything didn't look as jank as it did. I got rid of 2 of the giant melons that I had a crop that I had costed, and I left one of them intact because I decided to make it my mission to get all 5 of the giant crops. But of course that won't happen at this video. I put all of my little statues in one area. I laid down a ton of paths. I laid down new fences. And once I was done with that, I went and panned for mystery boxes. This one was not as reliable, but I still got a few from this. But I did get a lucky ring. Well, I would already have a couple of those in my house, but I got one from this, so fuck you, Boxy. Doing a bunch of mystery boxes is hard because mystery boxes it's just so hard to get them in mass, and I needed so many of them, and I needed to see which ones I needed because I needed gold and regular mystery boxes. I don't remember which one got a higher result, but I also went into the mines to get some because I know breaking monsters can get it. And then I finally got the book. And I got all the books. And I was done with that area. So now there were only 2 things I needed to do left. And that one of those things was just sleep till the end of the month. I gathered all of my materials, all of my stuff that I had neglected, my ancient fruit stock, my animals, my fruit trees. I sold a bunch of stuff, processed a bunch of things, and then I went to the I went to the Frizzy Festival and got my final rare crow, which was the final recipe I needed. So the next morning, I got the recipe, and I didn't craft it just yet. First, I had to go and buy the last galaxy soul, and then I took myself up to the top of the volcano, and I forged my ultimate weapon that I would never use, ever again. I got a little confused, but I didn't realize you had to do it 3 times. So I put it back in, and there she is, my new weapon. And then I went and I crafted the final rare crow, and I didn't get the achievement. Turns out, I actually needed one more, and you actually see me, look right past this when I was buying the Galaxy Soul. I don't know how I missed that, but I crafted it, and I got the thing. I got the final achievement. I did it, guys. I did it. I did it. I woke up the next morning, and I can feel in your heart somewhere that Grandpa is beaming with pride. The legacy of my stupid farm name is strong. And I followed the birds. I followed them with my horse, and I followed them to the top of the mountain, to the peak, to the summit. And I got the cutscene. It took 10 years to do this, guys. 10 fucking years. 10, 10, 10 years. 10, 10 years. Okay, that's actually a lie. I was only actually doing this perfection quest for about 3 of those, so not 10 years. But anyway, as Lewis finished his stupid speech, the credits began to roll. And everyone flew by, and everything was finally over. So, there's actually one more thing that I didn't mention. I did not want to just 100% the first world that I ever did. Oliver, I did want to do that. That part is done. But I wanted to 100% the game on Steam. Now this is an issue. If you know anything about Stardew Valley, or if you've seen the achievements, then you know that that is fucking difficult. Because there are 2 achievements that I have yet to finish. One of them is to beat Prairie King, just to beat the game. After that, you are rewarded with an arcade machine, which is to help you with the final achievement of the game, which is, of course, to beat Prairie King without dying. Vector's Challenge. This will probably be the hardest thing that I will ever do in a video game. But that's a story for another episode. For now, Grandpa and Mr. G are proud of me, and I get to sit up here on a mountain and look out in a field and look at what I have done. And what I have achieved is perfection.